Hey, welcome to my channel. Got a 65 Impala here. This is going to be kind of my first car project for the channel because, yeah, just getting started. But anyway, as you can see, she's in tough shape. But I bought these floors here, and I was not super impressed with them. I set them in there. I got them kind of pre-fitted and whatever. I took the back one out already because you'll see I'm getting ready to redo that. But anyway, the rockers were really solid in it, but the floors were gone in it. Had a 4-speed in it. I think somebody put it in. It's not a factory 4-speed, obviously, but they pulled the 4-speed out of it. I don't know what kind of shape the motor's in, but it was a 327 car. I think it was a 250 horse 327, 12 bolt. Engine's still in it, as you can see. But anyway, this thing's butchered up pretty good. They've got, as you can see right here, look down in there, they've cut a hole for the headers to go right through the mount. All that good gravy. The nice thing about it is realistically, the body isn't all that bad. It's got a couple dings in it and a couple small rust holes in it, which, when you think about it, it's not that bad of a deal. I mean, the doors are solid. I mean, the rockers are solid. Everything else is solid. It's just the inside of this car is toast. But anyway, I bought these floors. Not super impressed with them. Probably ordered the wrong coating is going to be my guess, because yeah, they're starting to rust. But anyway, so I bought this car and I was going to do the 327 in it, but I have young kids and they talked me into doing an LS swap in it. And at first I was like, geez, I don't know if I want to do an LS swap. That seems like that's way over my head and all that happy crap. But yeah, I mean, this one's even got like a panhard bar in it. You can kind of see back in there. So it's had some type of performance stuff in it. Not really sure, you know, what that's about. I'll have to dig into that a little bit. Anyway, so they talked me into an LS swap. And so that is going to be what I'm doing. I'm going to put an LS in it. I actually already picked up a donor vehicle, which is right now my workbench. As you can see, she's a gut rusty pile of junk. It's so bad the frame is broke here, and the box is actually sliding down on it. But the engine runs like a kitty cat. There's the back piece that I'm just starting to work on. I'm taking all that coating off there, and I'm gonna coat them with POR before I do anything. But anyway, this pickup, while it is kind of a pile, a serious pile, if you really want to get down to it, is one heck of a donor vehicle. I drove this thing back about 150 miles. I haven't cleaned underneath the engine or nothing. If you look underneath there, it's really not all that bad. And in watching, because I don't know a lot about LSs, I did watch a pile of videos on these things. I've had them, but I've, you know, in a Suburban and a couple other things that I've had, a couple pickups, but I've never really dug into them. I just thought they were just kind of way over my head with all this electronics and computers and whatever. But this thing's pretty snappy, and I'm actually going to start this thing. And like I said, it's a pile of dung, but there's a lot of good parts that I'm going to sell off of this thing. And I'm hoping when I get all said and done, the motor will be free. And I'm going to put as much of this truck into, and you can hear it runs good. It's got really good oil pressure. It's got a couple things. It's got a light on here and there, but service engine soon. But I think that's probably got more to do with change the engine oil soon than anything. But I'm going to take as much, because I want to build this car as cheaply as possible. And in looking at it, I'm going to take as much out of this vehicle as I possibly can. So I built a lot of things in my life. I mean, a lot of things, trailers, whatever. I mean, I've built all kinds of stuff. I've built my own house, and I live at the lake. I built my own trailers and built some own stuff. And so in thinking about this thing, and I'll take you around front because you probably can hear a lot of wind, but that thing, it runs like a kitty cat. And so what I'm thinking is everything I can take off of this thing, and I've looked at everything on it, and I'm gonna figure out if even I can use the steering box on. I just like the, if I get off from under this hood, I just like the way it drives. I mean, as far as driving, it's got a ton of power. It is a four-wheel drive, and so I'll have to figure out maybe I'll do a transmission. I'll swap this one for another transmission, and I think I'll have the transmission rebuilt. But my intentions are to not touch the motor at all, because it runs like a kitty cat, and it don't smoke, it don't tick, it don't do nothing. And if I put everything that's in this truck, and I'm even going to figure out how to peel this dash out, because I'm going to get a good look-see at this dash when I pull it out, and it might be over my head and it might not, but this whole dash column, air conditioning, heating, and everything might potentially end up in that. At least that's my intention as of right now. But first things first, we got to get over here, and like I said, that coating was not good, so I've been working on peeling them down. You can kind of see it's kind of getting, I mean, they haven't set but maybe a couple weeks, and we got a little bit of rain and got some moisture in the air, and I've got rust in some areas. And if I'm going to take the time to take the rust out of this car, I've got some other stuff that I got to stop the rust. I got that in the garagey there. But my thought process is I'm going to do these, I'm going to PR these, do them in black, and do all the stuff in black for the floors, and then do the whole inside of the car. I'm going to put this stuff, and I can show you what it is here. Let's see. I got a lot of junk. It's crazy how much stuff I've got for this car stuffed in here. And there it is, and of course I can't reach it. But I'm gonna walk back here and see if I can accidentally get a hold of it and show you what it is. I watched a video, a guy did a video on this stuff. And yeah, I was pretty stoked when he did it. Yeah, I got a lot of junk in my garage, but I have a storage unit, so all this stuff, yeah, I got king size stereos and stuff too, because I like to play with that. But anyway, this stuff here, and you can do your own research on it. This guy did this right here, this Skyco Ospo. And so my plan is to take this stuff here, coat the inside of this car over here. After I cut the floors out, of course, I'm going to put all new floors in them. And my neighbor's a body man, and I was getting ready to tack these things in, and he said, don't even think about tacking them in. Don't even be welding on the thing. That just creates more rust. So he's going to help me come in, put these things in with, of all things, body panel glue. Apparently all the new vehicles use it. And again, I'm not that smart about this stuff, so that's why I'm saying, you may go, well, yeah, of course they do, but I'm the old guy that usually just kind of welds everything. You know, I did a Chevelle and I welded the floors in, and then a guy come and bought it before I could ever do anything with it. But this car, the 65 Impala, my sister had one. It's kind of a cool car. I've always thought they're kind of a cool car. I think they're kind of the beginning of kind of that hot. I mean, you get that roof line. It's just got that cool roof line. I mean, After that, you look at, you know, Chargers, and GTOs, and all the stuff. It's like, in 65, this was kind of a new roof line. Kind of like the 54 Olds. If you look at the 54 Olds and you get a good look at the roof on that thing, it is the identical roof line of the 55 Chevy, just 1 year earlier. So this has kind of got some of that stuff on there. It's kind of gotten away from the square stuff and more of the sleeker look, and just kind of something cool. And I don't know, like I said, my intentions are to put that 327 in there, and I'm going to put it in the motor in dead stock. I did some looking. I thought about putting a turbo on it and putting the stage 2 turbo cam in it and all that happy ass crap, but realistically, I just want to drive it. I'm not going to race it, so it doesn't mean anything for me to put all that in it. Now, other guys probably, maybe potentially, big turbo, you know, just kind of go with the big cam and, you know, get the 480 transmission, and I don't know. I think it's just a little bit over what I need to have. This is kind of, I just want to drive this car. So anyway, I'm going to finish sanding on these things, getting them down to bare metal, and work on them just a little bit. You know, I'll come back with a video, a little bit of a video of me after I've got a coat on them, because it says one light coat and then another light coat, not to overdo it with this POR. So that is my plan, to do exactly that. So, and again, donor vehicle, I give 800 bucks for it, and it runs and drives like a kitty cat. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out.